During these times with lockdown and just Corona in general and everything just kind of being at home and changing, I've been having some trouble with kind of feeling like I'm in this limbo state where every day is just kind of the same and that university hasn't really started because I'm not experiencing the same kind of structure that I'm used to. So I've been trying to find some strategies that can help me just get a little bit more structure and a little bit more motivation and energy to actually do all my work and function in this room that I am stuck in all the time. So I put these strategies into 3 categories, and the first one is accountability. I've started checking in with my mom in the morning and in the evening, just kind of telling her what I'm planning to get done in the day, and then in the evening if I've actually done those things. It gives me a bit more accountability and just makes somebody notice if I don't do the dishes or clean the floor, instead of it just being me, because I'm more likely to do things if I know other people also know about it. And it's also just a good way to kind of force myself to actually set some goals and some tasks for the day. Another thing for accountability is that I've started doing study video calls with my friends, where we're not necessarily working on a project together, but just sitting on video call and working on each of our things, and then every now and then taking breaks to talk. Because this way, if I leave my computer and go to my bed, somebody will notice. So there's a slight accountability there. Plus, it just adds a little bit of socialness that I am sorely lacking in these times. The second category is trying to create a weekly overview. For this, it's kind of trying to make sure that I actually get everything done throughout the week, because in my head, there's not that much of a difference between a weekday and a weekend right now because I'm not leaving my house to go to places. So I've tried to plot in like the big things I need to get done throughout the week for specific days. And this can be things like uni, but also things like just adult tasks that I need to remember, such as doing the dishes, doing the laundry, things like that. So I don't have to worry about, oh, when do I do this? Because I have it set out for the week. It just gives me some normality where I can recognize, oh, this day is Wednesday because on Wednesday I do laundry. So for this, I also find it really useful to use my phone calendar, not only to have the weekly overview, but also just to plot in like smaller things I need to get done so I can kind of plan my day so I don't have to sit in each moment and be like, oh, what is it I need to do? Because time just blends together. The third category is trying to create difference in my days so that they don't just blend together. The first thing I do here is kind of a reverse bullet journal where instead of writing down what I want to get done throughout the day, I write down what I did throughout the day. So when it comes to evening time, if I'm like, oh, what did I even do? What did I spend my time on? I can just go through and look and be like, this is what I did today. And it also just makes each thing I do stick in my brain more because I write it down. I also try and create difference throughout the day. So this tip I saw when lockdown happened the first time. It was from a school talking about how our brain kind of transitions between things when we walk or go to different places. So they had the advice of before you started your school day or your work day to go just like a walk around your house and then come in, and now you were in school work mode. And then when you were done with that and you wanted to transition into the spare time, free time in the afternoon, you went out and did another walk around. I think that's a really good tip, not only because it kind of helps you figure out, okay, what am I supposed to be focusing on now, but also because it makes sure that you get some fresh air and get moving a little bit. And getting moving is the last thing I try to do. And that is I use this Fitbit that I got for my birthday to kind of visualize how much I'm moving throughout the day, because the temptation to just kind of lie in bed or sit in this chair all day is very big, but that's not too good for my body. So by having this count how many steps I take, I can see if I've actually done like any moving throughout the day. And if I haven't, I'm probably also just like spending the day on like the same task. Now, of course, not everybody has a Fitbit, but I know a lot of smartphones do have like a step counter on them, so you could use something like that to try and visualize how much you move throughout the day. I just find it as like a nice reminder that I need to like remember to move my body, because that'll make me feel better. So those are some of the strategies that I've been trying to implement to help myself throughout this whole lockdown Corona time, just feeling a bit more structured and having a bit more like overview and motivation of my days. And if you can recognize any of the things I mentioned in here, definitely try these strategies and see if there's anything that can help you. And if you have other things that you've been doing to try and help yourself throughout this strange period of time, please leave them in the comments down below so we can all help each other out.